Mazz's Tears.
Third tier.
Okay, here we go. Hold on. Let me get my pen.
Mazz's Tears. Tears.
All right, it's back.
Tears.
It's back for 2025. Thanks to our partners at the Bernardi Automotive Group. They sponsor Mazz's Tears because when it comes to auto dealers, the Bernardi Auto Group always finishes top tier with Mazz. Tier 1A.
Mazz's Tears.
That's because they sell and service Acura, Audi, Honda, Toyota, and Volvo. Bernardi for now, Bernardi for life. Find them now at BernardiAutogroup.com. Mazz, take it away.
So this week we're going to do NFL coaching tiers, 1 through 32. A couple of teams had interim guys, so we kind of paired them together, but you get the idea. 1 through 32. I was originally going to do just playoff coaches, sort of put them in 3 tiers.
Well, it's not enough work.
No, it's not. So I gave myself a bigger assignment. Can I just say 2 things quickly while I was going through this? One, tiers, unbeknownst to me, were actually done last week while I was out.
Oh.
Jim Murray left them with the name Mazz's Tiers, but they were actually Murray's Tiers.
What were they? I
tiered the
Celtics schlongs.
No, I did all 32 teams in the NFL, but it had a playoff emphasis on it.
Oh, it was Jim Murray, not Joe Murray.
Jim Murray.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes, Jim Murray's Tiers, and so I decided to fill Murray's role, chime in on Twitter, and tell him that his tiers sucked.
Oh,
He did.
That's what Murray does.
One of the first things he did when he came back from whatever this latest vacation was.
So.
Vacation. More like sabbaticals.
It really is more like a sabbatical. I agree. It's a leave of absence. It's what it is. But I will tell you also that in going through this list, I came to the realization of how many coaches in the NFL actually suck.
It's a real issue.
Holy crap, is it an issue?
This is a story for another day. Maybe we'll do it. I've said this for years. They don't have a quarterbacking problem. They have a coaching problem.
Even the ones that you think are half decent suck.
There's more good quarterbacks than good coaches.
Seriously.
Fact.
So we'll start with tier 1. These, I think, are the best coaches in the league. And
so we're starting at the top.
Yes, we're going to start at the top. I think there were 3 of them. Andy Reid, Sean McVay, Jim Harbaugh.
Murray, your thoughts?
Harbaugh's too high, but
Shocker.
He should be like in the second tier. But Reid and McVay, yeah, I think they're 1-2. They should be in tier 1.
Jim Harbaugh belongs in tier 1. The only thing he doesn't have is a Super Bowl.
Again, Jim Harbaugh is the Chargers coach, not the Ravens coach.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now the absence of a Super Bowl is a big thing. Both of those other guys have Super Bowls, but he did get to one.
He sure sniffed one.
Okay.
5 minutes away.
Do you know his career winning percentage in the NFL is .685?
Oof.
Almost 700. So, now again, smaller sample, but that's better than Bill Belichick.
He's a culture builder.
He really is.
Like, he did it with the Niners. He's done it with the Chargers. That team seems dangerous, and it feels to me like he's beaten that loser Charger thing out of them. He's got to win, though, so that's why I just think it's a little too high.
And again, given that these are Mazz's tiers, he's tier 1. When they're Murray's tiers, he's tier 2. Tier 2, let's go to tier 2. Because I think there were some good coaches in here. These are the next best in the league. Kevin O'Connell, DeMeco Ryans, who I flirted with in tier 3. He slipped a little this year, but overall he's done a magnificent job.
His quarterback slipped this year. I think he feels like a different guy.
He has. He slipped, absolutely. John Harbaugh, as rock solid as they come. Very solid coach. Mike Tomlin, Sean Payton, Kyle Shanahan. To me, these are the next best coaches in the league. A half dozen there, so that's a total of 9 in the top 2 tiers. Then I think...
Murray, hold on.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear, like, the new coach boner that Mazz has is Kevin O'Connell. Like, you haven't shut up about him all week.
Yes,
like, he's
correct.
had a good season, but tier 2's a bit high.
He's a good coach, Murray.
Vinny, throw that back up there, please. Kyle Shanahan's a fraud. That's been proven. You'll never get back to a Super Bowl. He should be fired. Mike Tomlin, good, not great. Like, that thing's fallen apart this year. First time, by the way, the Steelers have lost 4 straight to end a season since 1999. I like him a lot. I just think the message has grown stale there.
Well, give me your tier 2 coaches, Murray.
I'd keep Harbaugh in there. John Harbaugh. Vinny, throw it up again. Sorry. John Harbaugh. Tier 2 would be
Peyton.
Well, you think Jim and John Harbaugh are tier 2.
Yeah, but the Harbaughs are in tier 2. I'd put DeMeco Ryans in there. You know, he's turned that program around there. Sure, Peyton's done a good job there in Denver.
Peyton's a tier 2?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Keep going.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
O'Connell, Tomlin.
It's too early for O'Connell.
Shanahan, tier 3.
Shanahan
Okay, fine, Mazz. What is your tier 3?
Tier 3. Can I just say quickly, Kevin O'Connell, 34-17 in his career.
With no quarterback.
Right. Went 13-4 with Kirk Cousins. Went 14-3 with Sam Darnold.
With guys you would say, Murray, are complete trash.
You get to a playoff game and you lose to the New York Giants a couple of years ago with Daniel Jones.
Okay, but again, coaching is about doing more with less. Okay? That's what it's about.
I think O'Connell's clearly a Tier 2 guy right now.
He's very good. Very good.
So Murray has got like 3 guys in the top
Murray
2
hates
tiers.
everybody.
Sucks. Yeah.
Tier 3.
That's my brand. Hayton. Go on.
Tier 3. These guys to me are average coaches in the league. Maybe a little bit better than average. Just a tick. Sean McDermott, pretty good. He's okay. But do you trust him in a big game with clock management? No. Dan Quinn, I would say the same thing, has done a nice job with the Commanders, took the Falcons to a Super Bowl. Pretty good coach. Do you trust him in a big game? No. Matt LaFleur, you're going to have to tell me whether Matt LaFleur belongs in Tier 2. You watch him every week?
No. When we play Minnesota, O'Connell and Flores pants us. Okay? So I thought that was like one of the bigger things when they play the Vikings. I think the Packers, get outclassed on the sideline. So I think he's clearly a cut below O'Connell and Flores.
So, and this is another guy I struggled with, but I went Todd Bowles, and I'll tell you why. He's always right around the middle. He's sort of like Ron Rivera. Ron Rivera was kind of like that, always in the middle.
Kind of a high floor guy.
Yeah, he really is. Yeah, his teams usually don't completely suck. And I don't hold his entire Jets experience against him because it was the Jets. The Jets make everybody look bad. Nobody's good with the Jets. So Bowles, to me, is a respectable coach. You could do a hell of a lot worse than Todd Bowles. Tier 4.
Now we're getting down to it.
Now it gets fun because I think these guys are bums. I do. I think this is really now degrees of suck when we get to Tier 4. So we'll begin with Nick Sirianni of the Eagles, who has gone to a Super Bowl. I think he kind of blows. I do. I think he sucks. Mike McCarthy was good at one time, not good. Mike McDaniel's teams are getting softer by the year. Every time they play a physical team, they lose. There is no real
physical teams with winning records. They can't beat teams with winning records.
Yeah, there's just no toughness. There's no real substance to those Miami teams. Dan Campbell, he will bring down the Lions in the playoffs. Mark my words. There will be some sort of decision on 4th down that takes them down. Zach Taylor's teams start out poorly every year. Doug Peterson just got fired. Brian Daboll, to me, little overrated. Good offensive guy. I don't know if he's a great head coach. Dave Canales, I think it's actually a compliment to put him in Tier 4 and not Tier 5.
Because they're horrible.
Carolina started to show me something at the end of the year. I give this guy a half a chance. Okay, half a chance. But again, I will say en masse, this group sucks.
Okay.
Mike McDonald.
Hold on.
Jonathan Gannon.
Is it really fair to put Nick Sirianni and Dan Campbell in the same tier as Doug Peterson?
No, certainly not.
Doug Peterson has won a Super Bowl.
Murray, your thoughts?
I mean, if I was coming back from yet another vacation, I was watching these tiers or hearing about them, I would tweet to Mazz, these tiers suck.
Okay.
Well, give me
tweet that every week.
Hold on.
I don't like Sirianni. He shouldn't be John at fans. He should not be in Tier 4. He should
Vinny,
be at
put
least in
tier 4
3.
back up, please. Because I'm sorry to bark orders at you, but we can't. I'm not able to write this down.
Mazz won't share the tiers. He won't email them to us.
I do it on purpose.
He hoards the tiers. He hoards the tiers.
That's
now we
right.
Put up Tier 4.
You guys don't have security clearance for the tiers.
Murray, tell me Tier 4. Who's really in Tier 3 or 4 and who's out?
3, I would have Sirianni higher. I would have Campbell certainly higher. I would have Brian Daboll higher. I mean, he's been surrounded by a lot of trash there. Canales,
since when does that matter to you?
Listen, Campbell and Sirianni do not belong on the same list with Doug Peterson and Canales and McDaniel. And
Peterson's won a Super Bowl.
But
he beat your ass.
He sure did.
And Mike McDonald didn't in his first year. They won 9 games, I think, 9 or 10 games
in Seattle.
This year.
Yeah.
He's too low.
Yeah. I still like Mike McDaniel. But either way, all right, go ahead, fine. Tier 5.
McDaniel, McDonald, what's the difference?
There's a difference.
Tier 5. Tier 5. Robert Saleh.
I keep holding on.
Robert Saleh, Jeff Ulbrich, meaning the Jets. You can pretty much just leave a spot in Tier 5 for the Jets every year.
Yep.
Antonio Pierce had a nice little story last year. That thing went down the drain fast. Gerard Mayo goes without saying. I'll tell you a guy who somehow still has a job that I can't figure out. Kevin Stefanski. The Browns suck.
They just made the
always
playoffs last year with Joe Flacco. He's too low.
Shane Steichen cold sucks. Eberflus fired sucks. Raheem Morris sucks. Dennis Allen, Darren Rizzi, New Orleans sucks. Brian Callahan sucks. They all suck. They're tier 5 terrible coaches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You add them to the group in tier 4, it's like more than half the league.
Mike Vrabel, where does he fit in your tiers?
2. Tier 2. I think Vrabel's a solid, good coach. And again, I don't know that he's a Hall of Famer. I need to see whether or not he can develop sort of a high-powered offense under his watch.
Give me your best coaches in the league and stop when you get to Mike Vrabel.
Reed, McVay, Harbaugh. I think O'Connell's better. I think John Harbaugh's better. Peyton's better. Shanahan's better. Tomlin and Vrabel are close, but Tomlin's done it longer and never had a losing season, so I'd put Tomlin ahead of him.
So Reed, McVay, both Harbaughs. Peyton, Shanahan, Tomlin. Go ahead.
And I'd say right about there, I'd put in Vrabel.
That's 8.
Yeah, I was going to say top 10. He's right around the 9th or 10th, somewhere in that area.
Murray, you want to do the same
I would take Vrabel over McDermott.
I don't have like the whole list in front of me. To me, right now, he'd be tier 3 because he finished 13-21 those last couple
Give me your
seasons.
best coach. Well, when everyone's in tier 5, it's, but give me your, just do your best, Murray. Give me your best coaches in the league and stop when you get to Vrabel.
Here you go. Here's the
Give me
list.
the stupid list. I mean, who would I obviously Reed, McVay. I'm taking the Harbaughs.
Oh, you are?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that's 4.
It's big of him.
Give me that nerd O'Connell.
Okay, 5.
I'll take D'Amico Ryans.
6.
Give me
Peyton.
Tomlin.
Yeah, well, no, it's kind of the same. I think they're kind of the same. They're rah-rah guys. We're going to win on defense. Yeah, how about like 6 or 7? There you go.
Okay, so that's pretty good.
Somewhere in that area.
Yeah.
Big upgrade.
Big upgrade.
Oh,
is right.
yeah.
Okay. Belichick.
Now, tier 3.
Tier 4.
Tier 3.
Yeah, he's somewhere in that Sean McDermott area. Like, to me, that's where I put Bill. I would rather have Vrabel than Bill right now. Now, Bill in the prime of his career, we don't even have to get into it because we all know. But now, tier 3.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.